Have you ever wondered what's more dangerous than shyness? It's not a lack of skills, nor poverty. It's the fear within your mind. How did a shy boy, mocked by the whole town, turn his life from despair to legend? Let's listen to the inspiring story of Arav and his journey to overcome himself. If you enjoy motivational stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to join us every day. Part 1. The darkness of shyness and early failure. In the bustling town of Jaipur, there was a young boy named Arav, living in the shadow of shyness and fear. Born into a family with a long-standing spice business, Arav always stayed hidden behind the counter, avoiding the gaze of customers and conversations. In contrast to his lively younger brother, Arav was labeled as weak and clumsy. Every time he made a small mistake, his father's disappointed gaze, Mr. Ramesh, felt like a dagger cutting into his fragile self-esteem. The breaking point came on the fateful day when Arav was tricked by thieves who took all the goods from the store. When his father returned and saw the empty store, his anger erupted. "You're useless. From now on, I no longer have a son like you." Those words didn't just push Arav out of the house, they extinguished the last glimmer of hope in his heart. Wandering alone in the face of the mocking laughter of the townspeople, Arav sank deep into despair, believing his life was completely over. But it was this darkest moment that became the beginning of an unexpected journey. Part 2. The opportunity of rebirth. From the edge of despair on a cold, dark night by the banks of the Yamuna River, as Arav was about to surrender himself to the waters, a hand suddenly pulled him back. It was Kiran, a young disciple of the renowned sage from Mathura. Seeing the despair in Arav's eyes, Kiran didn't ask many questions. Instead, he softly said, "If you end it here, you will never know how strong you truly are." Those words acted like the last flicker of light, piercing through the chaos in Arav's mind. Reluctantly, Arav allowed Kiran to guide him to the ashram of Guru Aryan, the revered sage of the region. In front of Guru Aryan, Arav could no longer hold back his tears, pouring out all his pain, shame, and shattered belief. Guru Aryan simply smiled kindly. "I cannot give you success, but I can show you the path to walk toward it." And thus began the 3-day challenge, a journey that Arav never imagined would change his fate forever. Part 3. The first lesson. Confronting the fear of others. On the first day, Guru Aryan gave Arav a task that seemed simple but was full of challenges. Go and talk to 10 strangers and listen to their stories. Arav trembled, his heart racing as he stepped into the crowded Mathura market. Every step was a battle with the fear that surrounded him. The first greeting was ignored, the second question met with a look of annoyance. But instead of giving up, Arav remembered the encouraging gaze of Guru Aryan. Little by little, with each rejection, Arav found more courage. By the time the sun set, he had completed the task. Not only had he spoken to 10 people, but for the first time, he felt the joy of overcoming himself. Returning to the ashram, Arav smiled for the first time in years. A smile of someone who had defeated his greatest enemy, his inner fear. Part 4. The second lesson. Discovering hidden strength. On the second day, as Arav hesitated, unsure of what the next challenge would be, Guru Aryan smiled and gave him his task. "Today, you will stand in front of 10 children and teach them about the importance of water." Arav panicked. "But I have no knowledge to teach anyone, Guruji." Guru Aryan gently replied, "Just share what you know. Confidence doesn't come from profound knowledge, but from daring to step forward." With trembling hands, Arav faced the innocent yet expectant eyes of the children in the village. He stammered a few words at first but soon realized they were listening intently to every word he said. By the end of the session, not only had he taught them 5 uses of water, but he had also learned a greater lesson: limitations only exist in your own mind. On his way back, Arav felt something distinctly new. Every time he dared to overcome fear, he was getting closer to the strong person he never believed he could be. Part 5. Confronting the past. The door to freedom. On the final day, Guru Aryan gave Arav the toughest challenge: go back and ask your father for forgiveness. Arav was stunned. The fear of facing the father who had once rejected him felt like an open wound that had never healed. But the determined look in Guru Aryan's eyes made him understand. If he didn't overcome this pain, he would remain a prisoner of his past. Gathering all his courage, Arav returned to his hometown. In front of his strict father, he bowed his head and sincerely apologized. "Father, give me a chance to prove that I am no longer the coward I once was." His father remained silent for a long while before gently placing his hand on Arav's shoulder. "I have seen the change in your eyes. Let's start anew." In that moment, Arav realized, forgiveness doesn't just come from others, but also sets you free. And that was the beginning of his journey toward true success. Arav once stood at the edge of despair, believing his life was a series of failures and shame. But in just 3 short days, when he dared to face his fear and take action, even with his heart trembling, he discovered the true strength within himself. And the biggest surprise, the secret to success wasn't in eliminating shyness, but in not letting fear control your life. Today, if you're still waiting for perfection, waiting until you're confident enough to begin, remember this: confidence is built through action, not through waiting. The world sees you by how you present yourself, not by what you fear. If this story resonates with you, like, comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next stories that will help you become stronger and break through every day. Don't forget, you are the one who writes the story of your life.